Bienvenido al Santo Perdido. Today we're going to talk about different types of agaves. We got the 4 examples here that we carry at El Santo Perdido. Sotol, Eau de Vie, Agave Spirit, Tequila, and Mezcal. The first one is actually a pretty rare thing, a Sotol. Even in Mexico, it's not very common. It is not an agave. It's the only product that we have on our agave wall that is not agave. It is a cousin of the agave, and it is mostly found in Durango and Chihuahua. A lot of people refer to it as the flower of the desert, la flor del desierto, because it mainly grows in the desert. The process of distillation is very in line with how agave is made, but it has a very distinct taste. We are one of the only restaurants that carry it to sell in the province of Quebec. Our options are limited. We carry 4 different types here, all the types that are offered in Quebec. We are unfortunately limited by what the province allows us to sell because it's controlled by the government, a company called SAQ. It's a company that's ran, owned, and managed by the government, and they are the cartel that decides what comes in and what doesn't come in.
Zafiro añejo. Miren, hasta la botella es una obra de arte.
And Sotol being a rare product in itself, there's not a lot of it. But the Balam specifically is a great Sotol. It's a great product. It's a product that I like using as the first pairing in all of our tasting menus. It's a lot more flowery, I would say, and light. And it's a lot smoother to drink, even comparing to very high-end tequilas. As Mezcal is a quite smooth drink. So I invite you to come on down and try one because it's really worth it. The next one that we have is the spiritueux d'agave, Agave Spirit, Eau de Vie Agave. Now there's 2 in the province of Quebec that are offered. The reason they're not called tequilas is that tequila is a protected brand nomenclature. So they have to call it Eau de Vie Agave. It's basically 2 distillers that brought back some agave seeds and started growing agaves in greenhouses and created this Quebec product that resembles quite a lot a tequila. Their process, the methods, the ingredients are all the same as tequila. So in every sense of the word, it is a tequila, but legally speaking, it is not. I like to use it for people that have never had it before when we do both pairings and tasting flights. People that don't have a lot of knowledge in the agave. Actually, I like to use one of each so that they get a knowledge of what the different type of products they can get. So that's why we work with Comont and Rosemont for Quebec-grown agave spirits. The next one, tequila, the classic. So unbeknownst to most, tequila is actually a mezcal. It comes from the blue agave. Now, how it becomes a tequila in its own self is based on the fact that it is solely made with blue agave. The methods of distilling are different than the mezcal methods, and it is generally found in the state of Jalisco. Now, a lot like champagne is a wine, and technically speaking, it's the same for tequila. It is a mezcal and it is an agave. It just happens to have its protected name and decades ahead in marketing power over the other products coming out of Mexico. So of course, we use different types of tequilas that we have for the pairings and for the tasting as well. Currently, we have about 36 tequilas. We have every product that's available in the province. We have another 12 rare products on order that should be with us within the next couple of weeks. We're very excited to receive them. This behind here is our wall of tequila. Everything on the left are all tequila, from most affordable to the most expensive. Affordability is relative. There's great options for value on quality and price. But like most things in life, usually quality is associated with price. Whether you're driving a car, living in a house, buying alcohol, there is a link to it. Although we've been surprised, you know, the Serpiente Extra Añejo, great quality price. Herradura, great quality price. So there's some great products. The 3rd generation from Sauza is amazing, that are not super expensive, but that's how tequila goes. The last one here, the last type of agave that we have is the Mezcal. Now, Mezcal in itself is as varied and as influenced by the terroir as wine would be. There's a little over 200 types of agave plants that exist in Mexico. Out of those, there's about 50 of them that can be cultivated and then distilled to make a Mezcal. Some of them can be cultivated and distilled while young, less than 3 years, while some of them take up to 20 years to mature. And once they're mature, they can then be cultivated and distilled. So you see the range there is very substantial. We'll talk a bit more about the different types of mezcals on our next video. Key things to know about mezcal that's different than the other 3 products that we discussed is that mezcal is inherently smoky. The agave is smoked, so there's always a flavor and a taste of smokiness. Even the more floral ones will still have a bit of smokiness and depth to them. Second is that most of mezcals come from Oaxaca. So that's a region in Mexico where they perfected the art of mezcal making. We have about 20 mezcals right now. Again, having all the products that are available to us to buy, we don't have a pipeline for exotic ones as of yet. We're looking at importing our own if possible, but we're at the mercy of the SRQ. As soon as we can have some more, the shelves will have more. Again, just like the tequilas, we have a great range from $8 an ounce all the way to $37 an ounce. Gives you an idea of the range, and then we have everything in the middle. The Alipus, the Medida, amazing quality value proposition with those. And then my favorites, the Quereme Mucho. This one is the Pextate. We have a Tobala, a Quiche, and an Espadon as well. So we have a pretty good collection, plenty for you to have fun with, plenty for you to discover. So join us at El Santo Perdido and we'll have a good time.